So before we get into the weekly charts here, we're going to quickly go over the 4 support patterns and the 4 resistance patterns as a review of what we're looking for here. So our first pattern of the support is going to be a red, a blue, and a green, and we're going to draw our top line just on the body, the highest body of the blue candle, and then we're going to use the lower wick here for the bottom line. And then our next pattern is going to be a red, 2 blue, and a green, and we're just going to use the top of the 2 blue bodies and the lowest wick of the 2 blue candles. Okay, and then our third pattern is going to be a green, a blue, and a green, and we're just going to use the top of the body and the wick. Our last support pattern is going to be a green, 2 blue, and a green, and we're just going to use the highest part of the body here and then the lowest wick of the 2 blue candles. Okay, now for the resistance, it's just going to be the reversal of the support pattern. So we're looking for a green, 1 blue, and a red, and we're just going to draw our lines just like this, the wick and the body. And then we're going to do, on the next pattern, we're going to have a green, 2 blue, and a red, and we're going to use our lines just like so, at the bottom of the bodies for the 2 blue, and then the highest wick of the 2 blue. And then our third pattern is going to be a red, 1 blue, and a red, and we're just going to use the body and then the top wick here. Okay, and then our last pattern for the resistance is going to be a red, 2 blue, and a red, and we're just going to use the lowest body of the 2 blues and the highest wick of the 2 blues there. Okay, so there's a quick review of the support resistance patterns that we're looking for, and now we can get over to the weekly charts. Okay, so we're going to start with the odd USD pair tonight, and you can see there's no new support resistance areas formed. So right now we're still pushing up until we get either a blue and then a red candle to the downside and build a dynamic resistance. Then I will look for drops and either look on the trend report EA for a signal to go to the long side here on a pullback. But right now we're still pushing up on the odd USD, so just going to hold tight on that. And then we'll go to the Euro USD. And you can see we pushed up into the weekly area here and dropped from it last week. So we'll see if I get back up into this area. And then I'll start looking for shorts on the arrows strategy here. I'm just going to wait for a daily red bar to put the arrow strategy on here and then see what coming down into this area. So we get up into here, I'm going to look for shorts, and then if we push down into here, I'm going to look for buys. Okay, so that's the Euro USD. We'll head to the Pound USD. And nothing here yet. We are still pushing to the upside. So we'll hold tight on that. New Zealand USD. Same thing, we do have a resistance area up here. So if we get up into here, I'm going to look to sell. Obviously we're a ways away from it, so if we build a dynamic resistance zone area over the next few weeks, then get a drop, then I'll look to sell there. Otherwise, we're still pushing up, and if I get a signal in trend report EA to maybe get into a long as on a pullback, then I will consider it, but we'll see what it looks like. So right now we're pushing up on the New Zealand USD. USD CAD. Okay, obviously anything starting with the USD, we're probably going to be pushing down here now. So if we get any pullbacks and the trend report scanner gives me a nice sell signal on a lower time frame, then I'll consider going to the downside or to a sell there. But we'll see if there's other better pairs. USD Swiss, we took a short in this area last week, and it did hit the 3-to-1 target, so it was a nice trade. So we'll just hold tight on this one. If we get back into here, then we'll see what the push up is like. But right now we're go into the downside, and we might just bounce around sideways here. So I'm just going to see what happens here on this pair, and since I traded it last week, we'll just hold tight there. But I will show you the trade. We can go down to the 1 hour, and this was the trade right here for last week. So in the area of the weekly support, and then we went down here, and I let the EA do the work for me. So that was the USD Swiss trade last week. As for this week, I'm just going to wait and see what it does. USD Yen, okay, still pushing down. And same thing, I'm just going to keep waiting. If we do get a pullback signal in the trend report EA scanner on a lower time frame and the trade looks good, then I'll consider taking a short, but there might be better pairs to trade. So that is the USD pairs for this week, and the only one that I like the most out of these is going to be the Euro USD. So like I said, we get up into this area, I'm going to look to sell on the arrows strategy, and more than likely the trend report EA, and then if we're coming down into here, I'm going to look to buy. So I like the Euro USD out of all the USD pairs this week, but we'll see what happens. Alright, hope you guys liked the video, and we will talk to you guys next week.